Hey, okay. I'm like, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Um, I had to like shut my computer down, shut it back off. Nigga. Let me make sure it's okay, cool. Okay, so did you guys get a chance to watch the master classes with some of the choreographers, if not all of them? Which ones did you enjoy watching and listening to?
I'll start. Um, oh, I didn't get an opportunity to watch all of them, but of the ones I did watch, I watched AJ Jones, Marty, Tina, and Brian,
Yeah.
and just had notes from each of them. Man, what Brian said, it stuck out to me because my daughter, so she was going to dance classes before and she stopped and then seeing me dance, she's like, okay, I want to do it again. But taking it back to basics, like he was like, it's as much as social media is a tool to get us to the next level, I believe it also hinders us. He didn't say that, but what he did say is that because it's about learning the choreography and looking good instead of really teaching technique. And people think that there's no technique in hip hop, or you know what I mean? And everything has technique. So
Yes.
how do you expect when you're rooting for the underdog and you're not helping them skill up? Like, how do you expect for them to go to the next level? And so that was that for me. Tina, so dance is like a drug that hit my soul because I was like, listen, if I'm happy, I'm a jig, I'm gonna dance. If I'm sad, I got some choreography in my spirit. Like there's no time that I'm
Yeah.
not like dancing.
Yeah.
And just looking at how everyone, there was a lot of folks that did, you know, Britney Spears and Janet, and just taking away from all of them, taking a chance on yourself and being at the right place at the right time. That really stood out with Marty for me, about, you know, him not enjoying school. I love school, but I think even people that like school and did and excelled in it, it's a love hate. So just really taking a chance on yourself, and when you take a chance on yourself, other people take a chance on you because they see you hungry.
Mm,
Um, I the of the ones I was able to see, I enjoyed it, and I did learn AJ's. I learned his choreography, so
yeah, good.
that was fun.
Yes. I know that's right. I love that. Very good. I love that, Dominique. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes. Um, for me, well, I watched all of them, but and with all of them, but specifically AJ and Marty, what stuck out to me was divine timing. And that's what I got from it the most. Um, because when AJ was talking about even when he auditioned for Usher and then he didn't get the music video, and then he gets called later on, like, and now he's in charge of the tour, you know? Like that to me was such a crazy jump, and it's very inspiring. That your no's don't always mean no forever,
Mm,
and always waiting, like just know that something better is gonna come. Um, your no's don't mean no forever. Like that was so crazy to me. That was such a, like, that's so drastic.
yeah.
Like you're auditioning for a music video, you don't get the music video, but then you get called back to choreograph the tour, to be the grand
Yeah.
creative director for the tour. That's so crazy. And then with Marty too, when he said that he was going to give himself 2 months in LA, and all of this stuff happened in 2 months. And one that gave that stuck out to me, divine timing, but also just taking a chance on yourself and just see what happens, because he gave himself 2 months and he's still there. Like, you know, he was still there.
Yeah.
All of these things were happening within those 2 months. And even when he said he was gonna go back, even after all the things happening, they're like, what are you talking about? We got this tour in 2 weeks. He's like, oh, okay. I love that. Very, very inspiring, all of them. Like so crazy, but very inspiring and
Yeah.
got me motivated.
Good, good. And AJ's still creative. I mean, he's still there. Like, yeah. Crazy. Anybody else? So yeah, you just came up. We were just talking about the takeaways from the master classes. If you watched any of them, if one, two, however many, but any takeaways from those. And if you haven't watched it yet, definitely get a chance to watch it when you get it.
Yeah, I watched the first three, and I started Brian Friedman, but I didn't get to finish his yet, and then I
Yeah,
have Jamaica left.
that's it.
But I had the same takeaway as Militia for Aquaman. Like, it's crazy that he's like he didn't get the music video, and then now he goes to choreographing, and then to get like called in, it's like that's crazy. So it's just kind of like, yeah, I guess always keep doing what you're doing for sure. And with Marty, like, I love Justin Timberlake's choreography. So when I found out who he was, I tried to take his classes and stuff when I was in LA.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that for everybody, the that like I took was like relationships are important. Like he said, the people that he knew put him on to I think Justin Timberlake, and then from or NSYNC first, and then from NSYNC to Justin Timberlake because he went solo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tina, the knowing Paula Abdul is like it's the relationships that she knew her from dance camp. So it's like yeah, okay, so yeah, relationships. You got to be out there all the time, just doing stuff anyway, just connected with people. And like the thing that I really liked from Tina was I didn't know she choreographed the Velvet Rope tour. That's like one of the tours that I watched to analyze. I haven't watched many, and I need to probably watch more. But that's one that I've watched, and
Mm,
I'm just like, wow, yeah,
good.
mm-hmm. It
Yeah,
was good.
it just opens up a whole nother like perspective and just for you as a dancer, like sometimes like you say, get back to the basics, like that kind of stuff. Oh my God. So like that should make y'all feel closer as far as just like information wise, but also removing the social media aspect and how for me that's how I had to like figure it out. It was like it was those type of like discoveries and like looking up people and like ooh such and such got to be around who choreographed it like there was no posting of stuff. Like, or what I'm saying, y'all see the captions and you see everybody's names. Like that did not exist. So you had to do some digging. But yeah, no, Tina. Whew.
How did you like find names to people like
Mhm.
if there was somebody that wasn't easy for you to find, like how did you find them?
Like there back in the day, there used to be a magazine called Answers for Dancers, and it was like a publication that I subscribed to, and I would get in the mail, and it was like a print, like similar to like newspaper, which none of that is existing right now, but like seeing like reading and like finding out like oh my God, like these are auditions that's going on, or this is somebody that just worked with, or they had this workshop, and I remember them putting out a publication and they were like, we are hosting a workshop. It's going to have, I can't remember who the choreographers were, but they were like really big people that I felt like I have to get to LA to go to this workshop and attend it so that I can meet. I feel like Tina Landon was at that one, but it was like they would have their picture and then they had like a bio about them. So that's how I was able to find out who was doing what and then getting in the mix of stuff. Like just getting there, So if there was an award show, just had to like record it and try to just do some investigating on who these people are. It was very much it's weird even saying it out loud, like how do we even do any of the stuff that we did? But I think flyers back then were popular, obviously. Just like notifications of stuff like being posted. Like it was like imagine this whole wall filled with flyers about who's doing what classes, auditions, locations, master classes, workshop. Like it was just, and you just trying to find the information. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, okay, I see something. It was that, and of course, relationships. So, hey, there's an audition happening on Friday. I'm gonna see if I can get you in, like that kind of stuff. So it was very much that's why I was like, y'all don't take what you have for granted as far as the resources and the access. Imagine me being able to DM Tina Landon. What? That's like, that sounds crazy. I work with Shawnette Hurd, who was one of also Janice's choreographers. That was like a dream. Like I thought I would never ever get an opportunity to be that close in proximity to somebody that choreographed Janet. Like what? So Marty, I worked for Marty, and like these were people that felt like there's no way you're going to be able to ever get in. Shawnette really didn't teach. Marty taught. I was at all his classes. I was there. Millennium every week. I was in there. So you just had to figure out how to like get around. But some of those ways have not gone away. It's just different now. It's just it's a little bit more easier when you have their Instagrams or being able to get those type of interviews, and now some of the stuff that they've done. So if you ever run into them, if you ever get an opportunity to like, hey Marty, or hey Janet, I mean Tina, or hey Jamaica, who whatever, it's like, oh my God, I watched your interview with Galen Hooks, and I can't believe like it's like there's a reference point now that lets them remember you from even like, damn, you actually took the time out and looked up something about me outside of what is already, familiar or accessible or about. It's like that's cool, and then that kind of is like to me is always a touching point of reference that if you get the opportunity to ever speak to these people, you have something to go off of. And you should do that for everybody. I mean, I sent y'all my people, but you should do that for everybody. People that you definitely want to work with, and find stuff that they've talked about or research, outside of the dancing. Like, yes, I want you to know all of the stuff they, choreograph or, quote unquote, learn their choreo, but also just who they are as people. I think that that's important. That you just kind of get that information, because it might be some people be like, oh yeah, no, I thought I wanted to work with them, but after hearing that interview, it's like, I'm good. You just don't know. There are some people that you would be like, but other than that, that was the only way we was getting up in there. I definitely was keeping my ears to the streets. I was in the right classes that I felt would make sense for me to be at, and just putting myself in places that I knew if I needed visibility, if I wasn't working yet, I knew like, yeah, this is a place I need to kind of. I have slid in places that I definitely wasn't invited to because I just wanted to be in there. I was like, it's an audition happening when? I'm going. I'm going. I don't know. I'm going. I've been on tape at the audition that I was not invited to. And to this day they remember. It's like, yeah, I remember you was at the audition. So figuring out like how bad do you want it, and making and creating the opportunity, especially if you didn't have the resource. I didn't have no phones or none of that. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm here. But yeah, that was kind of how we did it. Publications, stuff like I think there was like email, of course. Like email was happening then, like AOL emails. And you see all of the wall of flyers. Everybody had some type of like, you know, information on workshops and classes and auditions. That was it, which sounds crazy to y'all, I'm sure. Like, what? So yeah, you had to be outside. You definitely couldn't stay at home and like know about that kind of stuff. Like, it's posted on the wall. There was no camera phones. Oh my God, that's crazy. like I had my camera, like camcorders and camera, meaning like even like the disposable cameras, but like the phones didn't have cameras. So we have come a long way. Anybody else before we move on that wants to comment on? Oh wait, let me go in the chat. I feel like somebody needs to say something. But this definitely will lead into what I was going to talk about anyway, which is oh, India left. Okay. Yes, hearing Marty's video, hearing them reminds me when stay ready, don't have to get ready. Yep, never be afraid to talk about artistry. Yes, one leads to the other. And networking is important. Yep. Um, yes. Yep, that you're not even in. Your name is talked about in rooms you're not even in. So yeah, I think this was a great I just wanted you guys to also just kind of it is inspiring. Like I like even hearing y'all talk about it because I've watched them, but even hearing y'all re-talk about it, it re-inspires me again. Especially like some of those are like my people that I idolized and definitely have helped cultivate my career as a dancer. So they've like Brian Friedman just did Lady Gaga's video as a dancer, so it just lets you can really stand the test of time when it comes to the dance aspect or the career, but just really laying the groundwork. And I mean, Akamai, he just did Usher's past, present, future tour. So like how many years, like that's amazing. It's amazing. But I definitely wanted to touch on one of to me, I think before I used to be like, this ain't this ain't a real thing with social media, just because I just didn't necessarily understand it. And I was just like, nah, you got to be able to know how to dance. Like, we're not about to be talking about such and such is booked from social media because, like, what does that mean? What you mean? Oh, they want to go with such and such because of whatever, social media or TikTok or whatever. So I just was kind of like, yeah, I don't really get that. That don't make sense to me. And I was very much anti social media, definitely anti TikTok. I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. And it was always for me a thing of I understood the concept if I want to be a dancer that is on tour. I just don't think that TikTok is going to benefit me to be dancing on TikTok. I'm like, that's somebody that's doing TikTok dances is not about to be on nobody's tour for real dancing. Like that ain't it. I mean, it's cool, but that ain't really you gotta dance. You gotta be like getting it from A to B. You going across the stage, like you gotta have stamina, you gotta be able to like bust. So my mindset was always anti that, and that is for people that really don't really dance, or not that they don't know how to dance, but they just like they found the cheat code. And so I was very much like, yeah, it is what it is. But we over here, real dancers over here, and we're gonna run the industry because we go to class, we work hard, we train, we take this thing serious, and y'all over here trying to cheat and get jobs that you really don't deserve because you got followers or you created a TikTok move that's like in a vertical shot and you don't have to go nowhere and it goes viral. So I just was like, yeah, I'll never understand it. And I was like that for a very long time. And then we started filming Step Up. I think it was like season 2 or 3. I don't know. I think it was 2. No, it had to be 3 because that was like 2020. It was like maybe COVID, after COVID, right after COVID. And so, really after COVID is when social media really kind of like just took off because why? Everybody was at the crib. So there was nobody's outside. Nobody definitely not taking class. Everybody is on TikTok and all these what was the biggest one that went viral that everybody was doing? Was it Beyonce? Um, it was the one that everybody and their mama was doing. It was like that was like my first TikTok. I'm like, oh, I get it.
The
Was it
Cuff
Cuff
It
It?
or the
Um,
Savage? It was one with her and Megan Thee
it
Stallion
was
on it.
Savage. It was Savage. It was Savage.
Yeah,
I
Savage
was
kicked it
Savage.
off.
Classic, dude. Yeah, everybody was doing the Savage TikToks, and I was just like, yeah, but hey, we all at home. I get it. Everybody's. And when I say everybody, it was everybody from the biggest stars, celebrity on the town. And so here we are. Then it's like we go through COVID, whatever. And so now it's really heavy social media, meaning everybody's on their phones. Like it's not even you know, okay, yes, now people are teaching class, so whole businesses that are virtual have been born and created. And so now people are taking class virtual, they got, oh my God, they got the virtual award shows. I was like about to throw up when I would see, I'm like, you guys are really doing a whole award. I mean, I was so anti it because I'm like, live show, virtual? What do you mean, y'all? What are you talking about? It's supposed to be live. Like they supposed to be dancing. And y'all got them on a green screen. And oh my God, like it was just to me, it was such a like setback for dance. I'm like, y'all, they're not taking us seriously. This is a green screen. Nobody's gonna take the industry for dancers serious anymore. Like this ain't it. This is not it. And so it just kind of changed like around 2021 for me. I mean, I'm like observing, I'm just like, yeah, it's like we are really in a different space right now. This is a whole lane of entertainment has been born and birthed and invented or whatever. Like there's a new space here, and it's not going nowhere, to the point where we're actually working on a television show and they are booking people based off their TikToks. They're booking people based off who's popular via social media. They are writing the script based off of people that people know from Instagram, TikTok. Like this is in the script. So they're now pinpointing dancers that have followings or that went viral because of whatever, and they may not be the best dancer. They don't care. They're like, yeah, no, these people are going to help bring people to watch the show. So now it's like, oh, well, it doesn't have anything necessarily to do with my talent per se. This is more on visibility, like being able to connect to people that they know they ain't gonna never connect to. Now there's a different reach, there's a different audience, there's a different niche of people that suddenly do this, that, and the other, and now we're bringing them over here. So I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay, so then it's like it's a business. Got it. It's a business. That's it. It's a business. It's oh, I can actually figure out how to create something via this space. And it's not going to allow, it doesn't mean that I have to go take a million classes because I can actually do this TikTok and create a dance and somebody can actually pay me. Oh, or I can actually make more money doing this 1 minute video than I would actually going to this 12-hour set. Oh, I can make the same amount of money doing this Reels 30-second, minute and a half than I can with this TV show or this movie. I can actually make the same amount of money. So now I'm like, okay, so now this is not about being the best dancer. So we have created a space where my talent is important, But I understand I don't have to be the best ballet dancer, the best hip hop dancer, the best whatever tap, whatever, to make money as a dancer. Because now there's a space called social media where people are scrolling daily looking for people to pay to promote their company, their brand, their business, whatever, via your craft or your talent. So it's not about always about being the best dancer. Now, because in my brain, it's like, I'm trying to be the best. So I know I have to be the best in order to book this tour. It's like, I have to be able to compete with these folks because they're not just getting anybody. And I get that. And I respect that. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to train and work hard and bust and go do what I got to do because why? I want to dance for such and such. I want to dance for such and such. And I'm going to work hard and I know I'm going to put in the hours and the blood, sweat, tears, and I'm going to be in class and in rehearsal and like I'm going to go through all the rigmarole to say I want to work for such and such and go on tour. And then there's a whole other lane that does not require that. It doesn't. It doesn't require for you to have to go take a million classes to be the best at whatever that skill is. It don't even require it. It literally requires me to just show up on social media. So now that I know I can actually get booked by a brand, oh, it's game on. It's game on. And that's all that they was doing. They was like, yeah, I'm on TikTok. And the brand can be the TV show or the movie or the artist or whatever, but the brand can also be this hair care product, this clothing line, these glasses, these jewelry line, this shoe store, this whatever. Now because I'm in a commercial space, like with commercials, it's literally kind of the same thing. To book a commercial, it don't require you to be, y'all. I booked a commercial national, booked it thinking I'm gonna be dancing, and what did I do? I don't even have a thing. I'm literally sitting with a bottle with the Dr. Pepper. That's it. That's it. I'm like, oh, I'm finally about to. No, I'm not. You're gonna be sitting in a studio drinking your little Dr. Pepper, and that's it. That's all you get, and it's gonna be amazing. Like B2K and Smokey Robinson. I was like, oh my God, yay! Not dancing, not now step, nope, nothing, and made a lot of money. Like, but it didn't require me all of the dancing. It didn't require me like, oh my God, I did all that training, and I finally booked the commercial. Now, yes, there are some commercials that has dancing in it, but I'm just saying, majority of the commercials y'all watch, is there dancing in it? No, no, it's not. Go sit down and just count how many commercials you watch in a period, in a break. Out of all of those commercials, how much of that was actual dancing or had any type, some movement that required a choreographer? I promise you, it's not going to be a lot. So when I know, like, oh, I can book a commercial just off, my looks or my, whatever. Yes, my talent, but sometimes it's a look. It's yeah, you fit this role, this character, this whatever the story script is for this commercial, yes, and then you book it. It didn't mean just because you took all these classes and did all this training that you're going to book the commercial. No, it has nothing to do with it. And so now there's even more opportunity because the commercial space has literally come to the phone. So now it's in the palm of your hand. So there's billions at this point of brands that has the same access that the commercials had. So before I used to be going to all these auditions and traffic and oh my God, like call times and yada 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 to audition for a commercial where now it's literally in your hands. You can literally, if you want to audition for whatever brand you want, you can. You don't have to wait for the audition. And then on top of that, I can be on TikTok and all these other places and connect to brands via Instagram DMs, via having my profile or me posting and tagging the brand, whatever. Now there's access, and that did not exist. And I definitely didn't even like give it the credit that it deserved 5 years ago. But here we are. So many people have really created their careers through dance, absolutely through dance, from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. But also now it's just such a great space to create what you want via social media, but also get to the other things that you want via social media. So yeah, I want to book this music video. My Instagram, my social media, my TikTok, whatever, is going to help me get to the video now because I can actually reach the artist. Or, I really want to work with this such a choreographer. Okay, my Instagram, my social media is going to help me get to these people. So not only is it in the dance aspect of connecting, but now the brand aspect of connecting. So the commercial part, the part that, yeah, I mean, even if I didn't want to connect with those people, these brands are, yes, I want to get a opportunity to promote this company that has X, Y, and Z that I love and use all the time. You can sit in your room, and I feel like, I don't know if I send it in the email or not, but I feel like I make everybody, write down the 5 brands that you want to connect with, or that you would love to actually do a campaign for, or, create some content around, because that's literally how it starts. You have to, even if you don't even know what you want to do or what are the products that you are using all of the time, like start there. What's the hair care product that you use all the time? What's the toothpaste? What's the fingernail polish? All of those are brands. Whatever they are, that's a brand that probably has an Instagram page and a marketing department, or somebody that's on the team that's on social media, and they are scrolling all the time looking for people to connect with so that they can help promote their brand. Like there's a budget set aside to pay you to create the content. I'm talking about from dentist office, like, because they actually, one of the students from this program got a deal with a dentist office to do reels to promote the dentist office. So you can't even, like, it ain't even things, it's actual companies. You know, 5 to 10 brands off the top of your head you should just already know have written, these are the brands I use all the time, from clothing to whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, there's a company that probably has an Instagram, that has some type of contact information, that has something that you could get a hold of to say, hey, my name is such and such. I use your products every day or whenever, and I would love the opportunity to possibly collab or yada, yada, yada. Do it consistent enough to where, oh my gosh, yeah, we see your content. We're going to send you some products. Oh, that's awesome. Send me the products. Here's my address. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They send you products, you shoot more content, you post it, tag them. To the point where they're like, hey, we actually now have budget. Or they may have budget from the gate. These are the rates that we have. You have your own rates. Like, you already got to mentally know these are some things that I want to get paid to do. If I know I want to get paid to post on social media, what does that look like for me? How much do I want to make? What's my rates for that? You can't say I want to be a social media influencer, or I want to create content or work with a company or a brand, and you have no idea what you want to make from it. It's like, no, then you don't know. You got to know, just like the artist. Hey, I want to make such and such amount of money doing this video because I want to work with this brand. It's the same thing. The artist is the brand too, so it's no different. What brand is this? What is their stuff looking like? What does their budget look like? Maybe there's an opportunity for me to connect with them. I wear this hoodie every day. Let me tag them. I wear these tennis shoes every day. Let me tag them. Let me just start creating content. Because I gotta create content anyway, so it doesn't matter. You could be in class. I don't care what you do. you tag the brand that you got on. If you in class and you got on a t-shirt that you can tag them. You got these Nikes on, this Adidas, these Reeboks, Skechers, New Balance, Fila, whatever. You get in the habit of tagging brands so that you can show, yes, I am an influencer. Yes, I create content around not just artists, but because I am a brand myself, I am a business myself without the artist, without the show, without whatever, me. So now, yes, oh my God, this company that I love and wear all the time, let me figure out Udu. And what it does, it just creates, oh, hold on 1 second. So any opportunity that you get to create content, because you have to do that regardless. Now there's a way to like have more of intention and incentive. So it's like if I know I see like if I watch a commercial or you can scroll on your Instagram, you can see y'all see it. You know, it's not like you haven't seen what I'm talking about. You definitely have seen people post tag. You know, it's with intention. It's damn near commercial that they created. So you start doing that, you know, yourself. You have to really figure out what that looks like for you. So, and it's also just getting stuff on radar. So for me, for instance, I was super intentional about connecting with Fila. Like I'm like, oh my God, I have a great idea, especially if you're creative and you got ideas and you want to like get it out. Okay, you need to have intention with what you're doing. From here on out, you shouldn't just do stuff to just do it and there's no like reason, oh, I'm just doing it for whatever. No, at this point, for me, I have to do everything with intention. My intention, I want to connect with this brand or this company or somebody that's connected there. And even if it ain't them, somebody gonna see it. So I intentionally wanted to connect with Fila. So I'm gonna create I'm gonna do a bunch of little spots with Fila. You know, we're gonna have the dancers and I'm gonna, you know, whatever. And so we created all these little spots for Fila, and the whole thing was Forever I Love Atlanta. And for me, it's a creative outlet. I wanna create great content. I wanna show like the direction. I wanna use bodies so that yes, dancers need to be in everything. You know, with music, I'm using intentional songs with artists. I'm like tagging people that I know is gonna see it, like intention. That's all it is, and it can't just be just sporadic and random. You put thought into it and making it a thing. Yes, you can use it for later, real, whatever, but like you gotta be super um on it with that kind of stuff now because social media is so saturated, right? So you can't just post anything and it's like, okay, well, what's the point of that? Versus like, I'm posting this with intention. Yes, you can post random stuff. Like, I don't care about that. I'm saying when it comes to like, I am specifically doing this because I want to connect with this brand or this person or this company or whatever. Doing that with more intention is going to help create the content that you're trying to have and use to get opportunity, to get a check, to get, you know, the visibility that you're looking for even if you ain't working with such and such, okay, I'm gonna create something around that because I'm trying to work with such and such. You know, it's like that has to be more thought out and that it can't be just, oh, you know, it's whatever, whenever. No, I'm doing this because X, Y, and Z. So if you know that there is opportunity with social media, not just even on the brand side, but just job, period. I mean, I just be like, y'all, people are looking at your Instagrams to hire you. So, you know, that alone is enough for me to just be like making sure I'm gonna just stay on it because I don't know who's gonna see it. You just don't know. You can't ever be like such and such will never see my page. Why? How? Why would you think that? People be like, I mean, such as there's always possibility. There's always a chance for somebody that I think that would never see it to see it. And I'm willing, I have optimism when it comes to stuff like that. Like, no, they might see it though. They really might see it. It's always but they might see it, from the Beyonces to the Chris Browns to the whoever. Even if it ain't them, it could be people that's connected to the person or people that's within, vicinity or like three, what is it, 6 degrees separate. Like when it comes to this, oh, it's all bets are off because you just never know. Everybody has access. Everybody has access, which is crazy. It did not exist before. There was no way for a Beyonce type of artist or Sierra, anybody like that to possibly see you like that. That in your mind, you should be like, okay, yes, no, it is possible. The person that you think would never see it could actually maybe see it. It's like, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna always leave my options open and have that type of like insight into how do I want people to see it. If such and such that I really want to work with ever came on my page, what would they say? What would they think? How would they feel? What would it be like? Would I be like, oh my gosh, or like, oh no? What would that be like for you? And if it's like, then you need to fix your page. It's simple. If you like, I don't know, I don't really, then you gotta start now fixing it. You gotta start now making it look how you want it to look. If such and such sees it, that's it. It's like it's real easy. Everybody makes it complicated. Like, oh my God, I gotta. No, you don't. It's easy. Fix it. Fix it. This is the one area that I have literally gone from 0 to 100 real quick because I now get it because I have done it. I have actually sent over people's Instagram pages to people to book them and been like, oh my God, I can't find nothing on here. I've done it. I've felt it. So if I feel it, I know the person that's looking at the page is like, mm. I can't send this to her. Like that's what they'll say. I can't send this over to them. The pictures right now, unfortunately, ain't enough because people want to know who they hiring. If a brand goes to your page that you want to work with and you're like, oh my God, that's a problem. That means you shouldn't even send your stuff over to them. You're not ready to be seen by the brand, but you want to get booked by them. Like that don't make sense. You're ready to work with a Beyonce, a Chris Brown, a Usher, a Neo, a Sierra, a Missy, a Gaga, a Taylor, but the page is not reflective of me saying I want to work with them. It's like, oh no. So what? We got to fix it. It's one of those, unfortunately, this is a part of the game now. It's no longer for my day, back in my day. All I needed was my headshot and my resume stapled together, boom, at the audition. That was it. And then I'm dancing, in person. Now it ain't like that no more because people ain't got time for all these auditions like that. Yes, you might get the counter calls here and there and the private calls, but right now people are like, hey, yeah, just send me over the names and their Instagram pages. It's just, let me go ahead and figure out who I want to see. Let me go ahead and do my pre-audition. I'm having an audition, but I might not need to see all these people. So I'm gonna just go off based off of what I'm looking at firsthand. What am I feeling when I go on this person's page? How do they make me feel? Do they make me feel like, ooh, I want to know more about them? Or am I like, I mean, I don't know if they are really serious about this. And it's such a hard pill to swallow because it's forced a lot of dancers to have to quote unquote surrender to this part. It's like I was fighting it. I was like, I don't, it ain't fair. I don't think that social media should be the reason why people get a job. until social media became the reason people were getting jobs. And so now you like, well, am I going to beat them or join them? What we doing? Am I going to, yeah, I'm going to join y'all because y'all over here making money. Y'all are getting booked on stuff that some people, it doesn't even require them to be amazing. They just understand marketing, they understand putting themselves out there, they understand consistency, or they understand what people are looking for. Because if I'm trying to book you for a job, I need to see what you're giving, what's going on here. It's gonna tell me a whole lot. It's gonna tell me everything I need to know. Even if I want to know more, that at least gives people a little bit of insight into who you are. If I don't get a chance to ever audition for a Beyonce, a Sierra, a Missy, whoever your person is, if I don't get a chance to ever get an audition for them, the Jamaicas, the Akamans, the Martys, like these choreographers, the Tinas, I gotta have my audition on my page. I gotta have something that's gonna be like, oh my God, this person is incredible. I need to see them in person. They need to be in my audition. Can they fly out tomorrow? You know, that. I need that energy. I need that energy. If I ain't giving that in person, I gotta give it on my page somehow. Whatever your thing is, it could be like I am the best turner in the world, or I am the heels girl, or I am the contortionist, or I am whatever that is, I have to figure out how to get that out to the world because I may not be able to get in that room to get the audition. I just may not ever get there. So, but my dream ain't going away. My dream to tour with this person is never going away. So, am I going to try to fight for the dream, or am I just going to be like, well, I don't know how I'm able to make it happen? Nah, I'm gonna figure out how to. I'm figure out. I'm gonna at least attempt. And I'm telling you, the social media part is like the biggest key in y'all's generation of dancers. There's no skipping over this. There's no like, I'm gonna make it, and this ain't gonna have an effect or a part of what it is. Now, your make it is whatever your make it is. Everybody make it ain't the same. But if I'm like, I want to go on Broadway, or I want to, I want to go on a tour that is traveling overseas, whatever, I gotta do something that's gonna help get me there, and I have to create that. I want to do a Feli ad. I want to do a Skechers ad. Okay, do the Skechers ad. Do it like you. And how are you going to do it? And how are you going to get it out there? Social media. You got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, whatever else is out there. It's a part of it now. So, unfortunately and fortunately, I ain't gonna even say unfortunately. Fortunately, y'all good. Y'all got social media. I didn't have that. Didn't have nothing close to it. I really don't understand how I was able to do what I've done. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, without it. It's just like I don't even know how. I just can't even. It's been so long. I just don't even remember how was I able to even like get the mindset and the hustle to get out here and get in these streets and figure out how to book this job without no type of nothing. There was no social media. Did not exist at all. Didn't know nothing. You like the posting, none of that, nothing. So how you even know who doing what? You don't even know who like that video just came out on MTV, or you see the award show and like, damn, when was that audition? Or when it's like, how? I don't know, but be thankful that y'all ain't got it like that because you can absolutely make your dreams reality. And your dream could be, yes, I want to work with this company and this brand. And guess what? They got an Instagram page that in the profile has probably a contact email or a phone number. I'm pretty sure they got something. They definitely got something, some type of contact, booking information. And so, I think I remember after I wrapped Drumline and I moved to LA, I kept the contact like crew list I remember going through all of the emails on that list. I didn't even know who did what. And I emailed every single person and said, hey, I don't know if you remember me, Kiki. I did Drumline. I just moved to LA. If there's anything you know about going on, here's my information. I remember vividly remember doing that. It was such a humbling experience just getting all, I'm talking about, it had to be about 200. Emailed all those people. I'm a dancer. I'm out here trying to figure it out. Not, I didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's in short, I'm out here trying to figure it out. I would love opportunity if you know it. And half of them folks was like production and crew. So it's not like they were like choreographers or any of the sort. But I emailed all those people, everybody, wardrobe, hair, makeup, anybody, grips, lighting. Hey, I'm out here. I'm out here, right? So to have the access, what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a phone. I think I might have called people, but for us at that time it was email. Y'all got email. You can find the phone number. You can DM. You know, you can comment on the page consistently enough so that they recognize your name. Like there's strategies to it. It doesn't have to be stalkerish. It doesn't have to be like super aggressive or obsessive energy. It has to be, I'm hungry. Like I am hungry and I'm really passionate. I'm really good. I really have a lot to offer. I'm really trying to connect. Like it has to have that energy behind it. It's not thirsty. It's not, desperate. It's none of that. It's very much like you met somebody or you work with them or you really want to work with them. You're passionate about them. You connect with them, whatever. It's like you got to find that reason for you to go beyond just scrolling and seeing them post and liking it. And hopefully one day I get to, that ain't enough for me. I got okay. I gotta figure. Hey, are you teaching anytime soon, or are you ever doing auditions? Like I'm sliding in these folks' DMs asking about if you have an audition coming. I would love the opportunity. Can I send over my resume, headshot, reel, whatever? Like I have to do that, and then to go beyond and have access to brands to do the very same thing I mean, it is just unimaginable to me. I just can't even, I never thought about brands ever, ever. As a dancer, I never thought about it. I only thought about it like if I went to the commercial audition and that's it. That's the extent. And most of the commercial auditions had some type of dancing in it. So that was about it. I never really thought about the brand part until, the last decade. Less than that, really. Definitely social media, COVID era and social media and seeing all of these companies now just at your fingertips. Most people don't think about that part. They just like, oh, this brand has an Instagram page and they have millions of followers. It's like, that's it. Y'all be on all the pages. Y'all are on all of the brands. That's your favorite brand. You definitely follow them. And they probably got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people on the page. So if we can't really understand how that is such a great space for us to thrive in and do well in, make sometimes more money than, the artist, then we need to like take another look, you know, write down your top 10 brands that if you could work with, connect with, collab with, whatever, who is it? And then at least 3 of them, you need to come up with the strategy to connect. So if I know my top brand is, I mean, I can give you the Fila example. Like I love Fila. Like I'll be like, oh, I love Atlanta. It's like I was really passionate about that particular brand and it was sentimental to me, whatever. Like find your reasons. And then that's not enough. So now I'm like, all right, I created a story behind it. I came up with treatments. I actually took the time out to create storyboard or, hey, these are I went scouting, scout locations of like where I want to shoot the shots and yada, yada, yada. Like the music, who are the artists, who are these artists that I want to connect with also, because this is the music that I'm going to use for whatever. And mine is obviously a way more elaborate, so you don't have to think about it in that terms, but you do want to just take time to think about that. That way, when you do it, all you got to do is replace. So, like, let's say Fila is like, whatever. Okay, cool, Fila. Hey, I'm gonna take this same idea and concept. What's up, Nike? What's up, Reebok? What's up, Skechers? I can do the same thing with another brand. So, yeah, you got a competitor. Absolutely. I'm gonna holler at them next. If you don't want this, cool. On to the next. I love these shoes too. I love Adidas. Okay. I love whatever, like whatever your thing is. Don't feel like, oh my God, well, they didn't say nothing. Okay, well, next. Just like this artist didn't book me, but this artist did. Hey, not okay, Cardi, okay, Nikki. What? Like I will dance for both or either or. It doesn't matter. I will choreograph for both or either or. It doesn't matter. This ain't personal. It's business. So that's your whole like angle and intention when you're talking about brands. Don't think this one brand is that's it. No, we keep going. Keep going. I did a whole pitch to I think it was Ethica, right? I'm like, oh, okay, Ethica. Okay, cool. They're whatever. I got a bunch of free products from them. Loved it. Thanks. And then I literally took the same concept and idea of how I did that treatment, and then I did it with Fila. You know, got some buzz with that. And then it's like it never ends. It's not oh, you just do it and then it's like, no, I'm gonna continue to do that. Why? Because I want to build relationships. I still have to create content. The creative part ain't going nowhere. Like I still want to do stuff outside of artists, outside of whatever that's mine. And now I can actually say I did it. So then when the company that maybe didn't get me for this reaches out, like, oh yeah, I've done it. I've already done it. I've done 6 commercials. I've done whatever. I create treatments. I've done like you got to start doing the work. That way you ain't got to wait for whenever it happens. Like I'm already doing it. I don't need them to be a creative director. I'm going to create myself. You don't need the artist to be a dancer. You're going to dance. You don't need whatever project to create something that's already in your head. Like that's your ideas. So you just need to execute. And while you executing, you do have a strategy to connect with. Oh, I just happen to have on whatever. Or I just happen to know somebody that dances with such and such, and so I'm going to create some content or I'm going to shoot this or whatever. You just have to have more of the will to understand this is bigger than dance. It's so much bigger than dance. If you got friends and folks that can help bring your visions to life, that's why you utilize those type of people and resources. You got somebody that can shoot, you got location, whatever. You just have to do the work part because if I'm wanting to do it for real, I want to already get the practice in. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that in my sleep. I've done it. I've done it. If you want to be a director, if you want to be a producer, do it. If you want to work with a certain brand, work with the brand. It doesn't require them to like. You don't need their permission. I didn't need Fila's permission to do 6 commercials with Fila. And yes, you guys peeped it, you saw it, you loved it, you commented, yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing it until it makes sense. Oh, I had to do that in order to get this. Got it. I had to create this content with this artist's music in order to get this thing. Like Aquaman. You had to go through the audition to not book the video to end up booking and choreographing the tour. It's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. But it starts with you. So social media, You know, I will be the first to tell you. I'm saying I was like, no, it's not. Mm-mm. And then I was like, I understand. I understand. I get it. I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's if you really just kind of look at it from a different lens and you decide to embrace it. A lot of dancers are still very like, oh my God, critical of themselves when you talk about posting. I know that's like a whole nother whatever, but I just don't think you should get that critical on it. It's not about being perfect at all. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I shouldn't post this. That becomes very like, then it's not fun, you know? So create content that you love and enjoy, make it fun, but also treat it like a business. If in your mind, you know, especially now, all the monetization and stuff that they have, you know, the savviness of social media has grown a lot. You just have to find what lane works for you. You know, if you're somebody that likes podcasts or you know, you like reels or you whatever, just start doing stuff to see what works or what, you know, what's your niche or what's your thing that you like to do. It doesn't have to always be about dance per se. It's creative. So it's like it really doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You can have a every Monday I do whatever, you know. I don't care. I'm just saying start figuring that out so that when the time comes and it's like, oh, it's for real, you've already dibble and dabble. You understand what it is. You understand the tool it is and how it can really enhance the stuff that you are already doing. If it's something that makes you feel anxious or you're like, oh my God. So like you need to work through that because it just ain't going away. I mean, I just don't see everybody that I know and talk to is such a asset for people to direct book you, to see you like from the other side of the country. Like somebody in LA, somebody in New York, wherever you are, can actually see you and decide if they were want to refer you, hire you, book you, whatever, submit you for something just from Instagram. I, trap karaoke. I was, y'all pretty sure y'all saw those posts, but all those people were booked through social media, you know, and that's it. Like I didn't say I submitted via social media, their social media page. That's how they got it. That was it. So I'm just like, I don't know how else to explain it. And that was like paid gig, you know? That's how it is. That's how it is. It is what it is. And then before, like I said, before I was like, they gotta, nah, you ain't really gotta do all that no more. You just gotta show up. You gotta have your stuff together. You gotta be able to, if you were submitting for an audition, self-tape, you had your headshot resume, you don't even have to have a reel necessarily all the time. You just need to have a great page. That's it. And that's all people are looking at. So at least the first 6 or first 3 pins that's on your Instagram, that just needs to be, let me know who you are. The content, let it do what it do. Don't feel like it has to be all dance or all this, all that. You know, make sure we are not confused. I'll say that. We're not confused on what I'm looking at. You say you're a dancer, and I go to your page. Oh, I can tell you're a dancer. You say you whatever you are, it lets me know. But if it's I go on there and I don't know, that's the issue. And so we have to fix that. And like I said, even dancers that have done this program years later, still, I'd be like, what are we doing? Where is your photo? Why don't you have to? And you're an amazing dancer, but it's not on your page. I can't tell these people that you're an amazing dancer. They gotta see it. They gotta see it. So, that you're not alone. If you are feeling whatever you ain't alone, but I'm here to help guide you in the direction of trying to get past whatever that is you might be feeling or dealing with. That it's like, whatever that feeling is, we gotta work through that, and we gotta start showing up on the page. I be telling people every day, but I know that might be a lot. So maybe just try to figure out what are your days, what's your schedule. Like think it through, plan if you need to. Some people don't, but you can plan. I think in April, I'm gonna do it again. I did it last year. It was a 21-day challenge. And we gave you the schedule. Like we told you what to post for 21 days. It was like, this is easy, guys. Just do what the calendar says and post. Today we're posting a throwback. Today we're posting a TikTok. Today we're whatever. Like it tells you what to post. Today we're doing a carousel. Today we'll do. So I think I'm gonna do that again in April. We did it last year. It was really good, and everybody's like, "Okay, this helped me." And then you can just continue on, like going into the next month of what you're posting. Something. Figure out a schedule. Figure out how you want your page to look, aesthetic wise. That's cool, but don't get so caught up to where you're overthinking it, and it's just like, and you ain't doing nothing. Don't do that. So these are all some of the things that I just wanted to talk about, and bringing home social media, because it ties into every single thing that we've already discussed, from building the relationships to like getting ready for the auditions and the rehearsals, to even when you are like trying to book a music video or trying to book live shows and stuff. Like all of it's gonna at some point come back to your social media, because people want to see who you are. You're either promoting something, you're telling people what you do, you're trying to put yourself out there. There's no getting around this social media. I think dancers that have been doing it for a very, very long time can kind of get away with it, because they probably are already on the tour that they've been booked on since since social media came out. So there are people that you might follow that have huge followings and don't really post, and they don't have to. I just say do it until you don't have to, until you're like, I don't have to post anymore, because I am getting the calls, or people are already reaching out or hitting me or whatever. And it doesn't require me to have to show up every day. But if you are not getting the response or the visibility or whatever that you are looking for, it's because you haven't figured out how to show up enough to where you don't. So do it enough in the beginning or in between, whatever, especially if you are trying to get connected to certain people and jobs and brands, stuff like that. There's just, I mean, y'all see the brands, they show up every day. It ain't no different. I'd be like, y'all, what do you think these companies, you see all these ads scrolling on your Instagram, people sending emails, companies, hey, sale today. It's the same thing. They're just, you just look at them as like a brand. It's like, oh yeah, that's what they, no, they doing the same thing. They showing up every day on social media promoting their stuff. Why do we feel like we're different? How do we feel like, oh, I don't have to do that? Yes, you do. You want to work on TV? Yes, you have to show up. You want to work with that artist? You want to work with this brand? You want to do this commercial? You got to show up. It's literally the same concept. It's no different. If you can look at it in that way, it may help shift how you view, like, oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Because when you get on the phone and you go on Instagram, I promise you somebody's ad is popping up. Somebody is, not even just somebody, but like, let's say a big company, or, you're getting a text message from somebody that you subscribe to, or you definitely getting the email. You're getting an email, some type of marketing email from a company or a brand. Amazon stays sending stuff to you. I know. I have Uber Eats on my phone. They always sending me a text, a reminder. Hey girl, I know you see this sale we got going on. Like, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? How it shows up. They show up. They showing up. Why? Because they are promoting their brand. So why do we not think of ourselves in that way? Because most dancers, people don't think of themselves as a brand. You think of yourself as just a regular person. And so, we just, oh, whenever something happens, it'll just happen. No, no, I can't bet on that. I can't take that chance. So now I have to show up for myself because I want to work with the artist. I want to book this tour. I want to do that video. I want to book this brand. I want to work with this brand. And so I'm going to promote whatever it is to make that happen. Just how they show up, that's how we got to show up. So Uber Eats and Amazon and what apps y'all got on your phone? There we go. What apps you got downloaded on your phone? We can start there. What apps do you have on your phone, and what apps do you know show up every day? Sport, yes, DoorDash. DoorDash. DoorDash said, hey, India, you know you want it. Fashion Nova, OMG. Do y'all be seeing all the Fashion Nova? Temu, Shein. she said, what is up? Today, hey, I'm back. You did not buy. You did not, or don't put nothing in the cart. Oh my God. They circling back. They like, you left it in the car. You forgot. You forgot. Forgot the cart to check out. Oh my God, yo, I laugh because it's so like if we could just understand how that works. Like, do y'all get if you were persistent like that? Like, oh no, hey, what's up? I'm back on your gram. I know you didn't like the video yesterday, but I'm posting it again. It's like is they on that energy? I don't know why we think that we are not this. You are a product, you're a brand, you provide services. You know what I'm saying? I'm a choreographer, I'm a creative director, I'm a dancer, I'm an actress, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, I'm a whatever you are, I'm an editor, I'm a photographer. Why would you not show up every day and let these people know what you do? I do hair, I do makeup, I style. Fashion Nova, I had to delete Temu off my phone. That's how bad it was. I was like, oh yeah, I can't. I don't even. It's just it's crazy. But I'm not mad at them for that. I'm not mad at them for like, no, you need our stuff. You need this product. You know you need it. You need these dance steps. You need this. You need these services. You need my face on your next video, on your commercial. You need me to promote your hair products. You need me. Like it's easy. It's easy if you just switch out of oh my God, nah, you need me. You need me. What's up? I'm back. I'm on the scroll again. I'm outside. Hey. Yes, you need me to pop these shoes. You need me to like, I'm in my dance class, but like I'm about to tag these shoes. You need me to promote these tennis shoes. Like it's simple. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you from, like I said, dentist office, go in your favorite clothing store that you go to. Like I used to go to Pink Clove in Greenbrier and South Cat Mall. And I'm like, yeah, if I don't even dance, but I know if I dance for real, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, let me get some of these clothes. I can promote y'all store. Yes, let's create some deals. Like, oh my God, yeah, I have a following, whatever, or I have a dance community, or I have some friends. Create your own thing and be like, yeah, let me yeah, I can do a reel a month, 2 reels a month for you, whatever, in exchange for It could be product or clothes or money, whatever. You just have to start thinking about yourself as a business. And that means you're gonna have to show up. Think about Shein. I want y'all to think about Temu, Amazon, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Who else? Who else y'all say? Yo, Fashion Nova. I'm talking about they don't play. They don't play. They don't play. Yeah, they got you. And you're going to see them. You're gonna see them. They're never gonna be like, we're not gonna show up because I know y'all tired of seeing what? We got products to sell. I have services to sell. I have dance steps to give away. I have artists that I have not worked with. I need to be in y'all videos. Y'all need me. So now you can shift out of, I'm scared because that, let that shit go. We got stuff to get to. And it just cuts out a lot of time. You like, we don't have to waste like, oh, I wonder who, I know exactly who I want to connect with. I know this person. I see their DM. I'm always on their page. I got their email, contact, and I'm just getting my stuff together. So you always have to still be getting your stuff, your product, whatever that is, together. So that when it's time to show up and hit somebody and slide and DM, and email, call, text, whatever, I'm ready. I have my stuff together. That has to be in order. It can't be, I'm doing all this stuff and then the product is not together. So like I've gotten the attention of a Josh Smith to come to my page because I said I want to dance with Chris Brown. So when he comes to my page, what he's looking at. So let me make sure my product is together and ready. So when it's time for me to go show up, I am all the way in. There's no, I gotta go and fix it. There's no feelings of like, oh, it's none of that. It's gonna be like, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna see what I got. I'm on your head top. I'm on your tail. I'm ready. So now, hopefully, that can help shift how you view social media. Because once again, we are no longer consuming. We're not doing all the scroll. Like, at the beginning of the program, I told y'all make sure you weren't following certain pages that felt toxic or, it just wasn't really inspiring or didn't give you what you needed or wasn't feeding you what you needed to be fed. So, you're probably not following those type of pages, but also you're not consuming. We can't spend so much time looking and lurking and watching and scrolling, and we're not producing content and the product that we are. So this now will kind of help when you're thinking about the stuff that you do want to have seen and sharing and all that on your page. Use people that you are inspired by as well. If it's somebody that you love, like I love all their pages, I love what they do, like use them as a blueprint if you just don't know what to do or say, or use that as a blueprint. Hey, they posted a photo, I'm posting a photo. Hey, they posted them going to lunch. Okay, I'm gonna post me going to lunch. So you can use those as blueprints and references. But just be very conscious of the time that you spend on there. Get on there, do what you need to do, and get up out. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do, handle your business, but don't allow the consuming and the that then you start comparing and then you you end up in the matrix. So we don't want that. But that hopefully will help shift y'all's view on social media. There's no getting around it. So it's better to just, okay, I've embraced it. You don't feel like you got to be super savvy and just a pro, like none of that. And there's so many apps now that can help with, whether it's editing or, just simple stuff. Don't feel like you got to be an expert editor or expert, whatever. ChatGPT is great. CapCut is great for like reels. If you want to just, you got about 10 pictures. Okay, cool. Throw them pictures in a template that's on CapCut and post it. That's it. Put a trending song on there, and there you go. You say you got a reel. It's easy. It's not as complicated as you may think it is. It's very, 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 very supportive and friendly with technology now. You ain't got to do all that editing and all that no more. So get comfortable being uncomfortable in that space if you are, and if you aren't uncomfortable, then you need to dive all the way in and really, flex your muscles in that space as if you were going to dance class. It's just the same thing. And know that, yes, you can make money in that space. You can connect with brands and create partnerships. There's a ton, but I would start with 10. And then out of the 10, at least 2 to 3 strategies on how you plan to connect or create whatever with that brand. And then start thinking about money. So media kits are very popular to have if you want to connect with brands. But if you don't have a media kit yet, you should just start thinking about, hey, like what's the going rate for Reels or, TikToks or YouTube, whatever. Like start looking up those type of, the next session we have on Thursday, we're going to go through rates and all about money. It's all about money. But start thinking about what you would want to get paid for your time, which would include if let's say you had to create a routine to an artist song. Okay. You getting paid for choreography, you getting paid to maybe you gotta rent out a studio, or maybe you gotta rent out a space to shoot, you gotta get a videographer or not, whatever that amount of money is, that's the money that you want to calculate as to how you plan to submit yourself. Hey, I can do your product, this is my rate, and this is why it costs as much. Easy. Same thing as arts. Literally the same thing. I swear it is the same. So so that's kind of my little take on social media. Hopefully it helps and you don't feel as like about it, and understand it is in a lane all its own, but it's connected to all of the lanes. All of the lanes connected somehow, whether you work with the artist, choreographer, or brand, commercial, don't matter. It's connected. Tours, all of it. Social media. Yeah, that's it. Can't wait to see this content. I can't wait to see these brand list names and what's our strategy, how we gonna connect to them. Seriously, I need at least 2. What are you doing? What's the plan? Because it's not enough to say I want to work with such and such brand and that's it. So no. I would like DoorDash, low key is a good one. And it don't have to always be about dance either. PS, like don't think all these brands have to be connected to dance. No, it don't. It don't. It could be acting. It could be like the DoorDash one. I would make that one funny. Like I don't know. My brain be going when I see certain things. But think about some of this stuff. And I'm telling you, go look at some of these brands that do partnerships. I'll on the next one, I'll show y'all some of the ones that I've worked with. And some of the ways that you probably like stuff you probably never thought about. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, like from face skincare and like all kind of stuff. I got all kinds of products just from social media. So, and they still pay. They pay and they send you product. So, and you can do this in the comforts of your home. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I will let you guys go for tonight, and I will see y'all on Thursday.
Kiki, can I stay after and talk to you privately for like 2 minutes?
Okay, I'm gonna come off of this because it's recording.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.